Hello, my name is Michelle Carlson, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Eagan, Minnesota. Welcome to my SIP card videos. SIP stands for Stamp, Ink, and Paper. I'll be posting monthly videos showcasing current products from Stampin' Up! These projects are designed for the beginner and casual paper crafter in mind. I'll be making easy, simple projects that you can use any stamp set and ink and paper colors to create your own projects. Let me show you what we are working on today. This month, I'm featuring the Serene Love Designer Series paper. This Designer Series paper is an online exclusive product. You'll not find this in any catalog. I'm featuring this product as it is a comeback product. The pattern in this Designer Series paper were black and white and was out a couple of years ago. They kept the same designs, but they used 3 different colors: Night of Navy, Lost Lagoon, and Old Olive. Let's take a closer look at these designs. So these designer series paper, one side has floral images and the other side is geometric, just subtle pattern type images. So I thought, so they all come in 12 by 12. Some of these are half sheets because I use these for my projects for today. And we're going to be using the Night of Navy as we do work on our project. So here's a geometric kind of pattern on that one. And this is also a Night of Navy floral where you can cut out the images and just add those on your cards. And then here is a nice blue and white stripe. As I was working on these cards, I thought one side is kind of feminine with the flowers, and the other side with the geometric shapes could be masculine cards. And we're always looking for masculine type cards. So we are going to do one of each today. And here's a Lost Lagoon floral image. Here you can cut out the images and add those to your cards. And then here is a geometric pattern. This one in Old Olive is the floral images. And then we have a stripe, or a kind of diagonal stripes. And then here is our floral simplistic patterns, and this would be kind of challenging to cut out, but I think you can still cut them out, or at least cut off this part and use the flowers. And then a polka dot on this side. So I just like the florals and the geometrics, and I hope you like the cards we're going to make today. So these are the parts and pieces that we'll need for our card today. This is the base card with 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. For the inside, well, outside and inside, we'll need 2 of the 5 1/4 by 4 colored pieces. So one for the outside, one for the inside. This is an inside piece of 5 by 3 3/4. This is the outside piece, which is 4 1/4 by 3 1/8. And then we have our designer series paper that's 3 by 3. And this is going to be the masculine side. And then I just did the opposite on the other card. Just cut another 3 by 3 for the flowers for the feminine card. And then I cut a piece of strip of paper here that's 3/4 by 4 by 3 3/4 inch long. So I cut one to match the outside, and then another one I cut for the flowered. And then this is the strip that I'm only using for the masculine card, which is cut at a 1/2 inch by 3 1/8 inch. So we're going to work on the projects. We're going to start stamping first, and I'm using Night of Navy ink to match the Night of Navy cardstock and the designer series paper. So these cards became monochromatic type cards. So I'm going to open up this. Just to let you know, I'm using the Simply Said stamp sets, but you can use any sentiment that you have. And I'm going to use birthday wishes for the feminine card, and then just the let's celebrate for the masculine card. So let's see if I can stamp. So we're just going to take the smaller basic white and just stamp toward the bottom. Like that. And then this one, we're going to stamp kind of, since there's only one, you have a little bit more wiggle room. But the objective is to stamp straight. That doesn't look too bad, so yay. And then let's stamp the inside also. So I'd rather let these dry before we glue anything on. So if you make a mistake, you can flip it over and try again. So that should do it. And then this I just stamp toward the top, or you can stamp in the middle, whatever you like to do. I like to stamp toward the top and then write something underneath. So those turned out pretty good, pretty straight. And all right. Once we have everything stamped, we're going to start gluing. So here we're going to glue this. We're just going to leave a 16th inch border, just like that. So we're going to take the glue, and all you need is a little bit of glue around the edges. Don't have to go everywhere. This glue really sticks very, very well. But I kind of like the glue so that you can move it, especially when you're dealing with small parts. And then make sure you put it where you like the, let's see, I think I like it like this. Or maybe, I think maybe like that, I don't know. So like with, you know, these non-directional, it's hard to know really how to put it up, like what side is up or down or whatever. So I guess it doesn't matter because it's non-directional. But anyways, with the glue, you can slide this around and make sure that you get it in the right spot before it adheres. So that looks pretty good there. And then we'll do the same thing for this one. I'll be careful of all the gloppity glue that happens sometimes. So, and then it doesn't really matter which direction this one is because it's the same. All right. So like I said, for the masculine one, I'm going to take the strip, and we always have these 1/2 inch little strips sitting around on our table, don't we? So this is a perfect example of what to do with these little strips. And I'm not gonna use the whole thing. I'm just gonna glue. Oops, that's a lot of glue, but put some glue on there and then cut the rest off. And this is where we want our silicone mat, so we don't get silicone on our table. I'm just gonna put that off just a little bit and bring this down, just so that's maybe half on the designer series paper and then half on the white. Make sure that's straight. Oops, didn't mean to put a fingernail mark there. And then we will, let's see, then we can, well, we'll let that dry, I guess, and then we'll work on this one. And for this one, I'm using the white trim ribbon that looks like this. And I'm just going to put some tape on this side, and I'll make sure that this is down far enough. So I just want it like just on the edge of that designer series paper. And sometimes I put adhesive on this side, but I'm like, well, this is one less step just to tape it on, since I'm going to put tape over it anyway. Cut it off. Let's see. Use our ribbon scissors to cut it off. You don't have to worry about adhesive and all that. And then the last thing I'm going to do is just do a faux bow, which you're going to put the ribbon under here. So this is like the easiest, ribbon tying ribbon around your in your projects. This is like the easiest bow. And I like to twist it so I can see have the correct side up. And then we're just going to cut it off. Just do a little diagonal cut there and a diagonal cut there, and try to cut it the same there. So we can just make sure that stays on, and then so it doesn't keep flapping around, I use a glue dot. And then so I take the glue dot, take your pick tool, and then put that underneath. Okay. And then this, I didn't twist as I was doing it. And then just make sure most of it's, covered up. All right, so this one should be all dry. And then I would take a scissors, one that you don't, not your ribbon scissors, but a paper scissors or another one that you don't care if it gets skunked up. So make sure you have a scissors you don't mind for glue and things like that. Okay, so there is our two, kind of our focal point for our cards. So one thing I forgot to put on my masculine piece is these, they're called adhesive back textured dots. And I thought they looked kind of industrial, and that would be kind of good for masculine cards. So I put like 3 over here. You can probably put it on the other side too, but I just thought I'll just put 3 in a row, and I used the larger of the 2 just because this is so wide. If it was smaller, maybe I would do the smaller ones, but I thought this balanced things out a little bit. So here is what that one looks like. And then take a closer look here as well. Okay, we'll just put these off to the side for now, and we'll fold our card bases and take your bone folder. I always like to crease, so make it a nice crease there to varnish it. And same with this. And then sometimes you get one shorter than the other, so I always look to see, yep, here's the longer side, so I can put the longer side to the front so that we don't see, like you don't want like this to see the back. So this is the front side. And then we're just going to glue these on like so. So this would be here on the front. And I don't think you want to watch me glue all this, and one for the inside. And then we have our happy day. Oh, and we need to put our strips on those, right? So we have one strip for the masculine card and the other strip for the feminine card. So we'll glue those on, and then you just glue that on the inside. And then for the outside, we're going to put We'll just do that first, and then I will show you what we'll do with the outside. Okay, once we have everything glued down, so I glued that blue on each outside and inside, and then I put the strip on the inside of the card of the where I stamped the sentiment. And then, so we want to match up the designer series paper. I mean, I suppose you could have it either way, but I like to match things. And then we're going to add dimensionals on the back. So just one on each corner and then one in the middle. I don't know how some people just put these on so fast, so you'll just have to be patient with my slow moving putting dimensionals on. So we'll do that for this card. You can try and take off more than one, but some people are just, just have the talent of putting more than one dimensional on. Okay, so then we'll take these off. Let's see here. Oops, that one I didn't get off. Come on. Okay. And then you're just going to put it right in the center of your blue layer, just like so. Okay, and same with this one. So we don't do anything with the blue layer. You could maybe emboss it by putting through the embossing folder, or doing a Versamark pattern. So there's always ways to step cards up. But I just thought I like the clean, simple look of these cards, and just thought you can make a whole bunch all at once. You can make, like a masculine type card and a feminine type card. Because 3x3 on a 12x12, you get 4 squares. And then if you cut down like 3 1/4 for your strips, you can get, I think, like well, yeah, because this would be 3 3/4. So you'd be able to get all your strips. And then another thing I like to do is if I have like a flower stamp or whatever, I like to stamp my envelopes. But if I don't, why don't you put designer series paper on the back? So this is measured 2.5 by 6, and that'll be perfect for your envelope flap. So let's just do that quickly. And what I do is just take the glue and just put it around, a little bit around the edge, or close to the edge as possible. And I'm just going up to where the flap is, goes down. You don't want to go over it. And I'm going to put this one just up to the flap edge, and just so it's a little bit off here, and glue that down. And then we'll do that with this one. Just a little bit of glue there. And adhesive works too. I used to do adhesive all over the flap. So, but this way it's just need a little bit. Oops, kind of got a lot there, but we'll see how it works. That's why I put it on the silicone mat, in case it squishes out, it won't mess up my table. So here we go. Just lining it up against that ridge where the flap goes down, right? Okay, then we're ready to cut around the flap. So again, make sure you have your scissor gluey type scissors. Oops, and it's okay to try to get as close as you can. I'm not doing a very good job. And here we go. Just kind of doing this quickly. There we go. And then we'll just trim this up here. Okay, and then you have your flap to match your card. But we don't want to mail out naked envelopes, that's for sure. Also just adds a little bit of touch, you know, that homemade touch to send to somebody, right? Okay, that was really bad. So let me just trim this up here a little bit. There. So, all right, and then we have this flap for this card. Okay, so we have the, the blue from one of those sheets. You can use the other sheet, of course, also, but then I also tried one sheet with the old olive. So this is one side, and then this is the other side. And then I do have the matching envelopes with them. So we have the diagonal with this one. And then with this, we have the flowers. And, I just did the same on the inside. It's just old olive versus light of navy. And then here is the one for Lost Lagoon, our masculine type card. Whoopsie, with the matching envelope. And then, last but not least, then the feminine side. So this is like the front and that's the back side. So you can do a lot of cards and make them all up for, for the year, really. So hope you will find the measurement and product list on my website, michellesstamping.com, and click on SAP cards. And in the drop down, click on 2025 SIP cards. If you enjoyed this project, give me a thumbs up or add a comment underneath. I'd love to hear from you. If you make a card, please feel free to add it to the comment underneath this video. I'd love to see your cards and what stamp set and paper you used. I would love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and help you with any paper crafting supplies you may need. If you'd like a paper copy of the catalogs or to receive my newsletter, please email me at michellesstamping@gmail.com. All these links are below under the video for your convenience. Please click on the subscribe button, it's free, to my YouTube channel so that my videos will be in your notification when I post a new video. Thank you for watching and happy stamping!